Alright, going live, going live, going live. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're live, baby! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host with the most, Griever, as always. It's Saturday night! And we're streaming. We are streaming Tenkaichi, Nihon, Saikyou, Bugeisha, something, and something else, alright? We're streaming. Seriously, come up with a shorter title. My God, come up with a shorter title for your manga. Anybody look, the most popular titles out there are the most simplistic, like Death Note, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Dragon Ball. It's very simple. It's very simple. You don't need this long ass title, okay? It just confuses people. All right. So, but anyways, Sailor Moon. But yeah, we're here tonight. Tonight, to once again say it is November 11th, so you don't exactly wish someone a happy Remembrance Day, but it's Remembrance Day, so there we go. It's Remembrance Day. Give thanks to the veterans. I know there's some anti-veteran people in the world, and they're stupid, but, the fact that I'm sitting here today streaming with my house in Canada, having a nice beer, sitting here being able to read manga on the internet is in no small part thanks to all the people that sacrificed in World War I and II especially. So, yeah, I am thankful. I do wear my poppy, up until 11 a.m. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm not wearing a poppy right now, but, because it's past 11 a.m. But anyways, enough of the, but I mean, I have to give a shout out. If we're going to stream November 11th, it does need to be brought up, and even though I was very late with the graphics this year, we do need to acknowledge it. We do need to acknowledge it before we do anything, right? So, but what we're actually here for tonight, and I hope you all observed the moment of silence today, but what we're here to do tonight is catch up on match 5 of Tenkaichi. Now, here's the kicker, and I did bring up because it's been a while. I didn't check the dates, but I'm pretty sure it's been like it's been half a year since I did any content in regards to Tenkaichi, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't because I was behind on stuff or whatever. It's because the round hadn't finished. The match hadn't completed yet. And as I said, I'm not going to be doing week-to-week, month-to-month reviews or live streams of the chapters. I'm going to wait until each fight is completed, then I'm going to stream it, right? And I already made a separate video. You can definitely go check it out. It shouldn't be hard to find, of my picks and predictions, pretty much. My rankings of the fights that I like so far and which ones that I decide on. So if we just pull this up here, and my beautiful mug, my beautiful face, will be obscured for a moment. Here is my current predictions for matches 5 through 8. I'm currently at a 3-to-1 ratio. I picked the first 3 fights correctly, and I lost on round 4, or match 4, sorry. I lost on match 4. Now, as you can see, match 5 is the one we're going to be reading tonight. It's, in all honesty, I want Hanzo to win. I'm totally fine with taking the L for Hanzo to win because Hanzo seems cooler to me. But for some reason, just like in round 1, I wanted Honda to win. If you guys remember that video, I wanted Honda to win, but I bet on Musashi because he's Musashi, and I'm only betting on Kojiro because he's Kojiro. Ideally, if the names had no meaning, I'd be betting on Hanzo, 100%. Because the whole premise, as I said, at the beginning of this manga, it was like, history isn't what it seems, and then they literally go with the plot armor Musashi. And I was like, if history isn't what it seems, then why the hell is literally the guy that, even the Western world knows about, why is he winning? No, if you want to shock and awe the audience, you get rid of that guy. So, Either way, those are my current predictions from the previous video about 6 months ago for all the matches going forward. So, either way, we're going to be waiting about, I don't know, another couple of minutes for anybody to jump in. I didn't decide to promote this one because, honestly, I have a gorgeous... I got behind the 8 ball a little bit tonight. I was like, yeah, you know what? I really want to do the stream. I have the long weekend. I have the opportunity, but I was really... The weather was not cooperating today and stuff like that, and in the end of the day, I didn't get a whole lot done, so a lot of my prep work, so now I'm on the back pedal, and I have this gorgeous supper planned, like a 3-course meal, and, I obviously can't start it. Starting it and then starting a stream at like 11 o'clock ain't gonna work, so I'd rather eat late and get this done rather than the alternative, anyways. So we'll wait another minute or two for people to jump in, but if the chat's lively, the chat's lively. Either way, I'm reading chapter 24 through to, I believe it's 30 or 31 or something like that. Apparently that's the end of the fight. So it's less than 10 chapters. Though they're long chapters, I feel like I should be able to get through them. And if we don't, if I realize, okay, now it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, if it's been like 3 hours and I'm not there, I'm not quite done, then we'll do another stream tomorrow or the next day or something like that, right? And we'll catch up in a double stream rather than try to force it and make like a 7-hour stream out of it. You know what I mean? So. Anyways, so yeah, let's see. We already did our Remembrance Day spiel. And we're doing Tenkaichi. I think we're good. I think we're good to start. So we're starting off on chapter 24. When we ended off the last stream, it was chapter 23 that we ended off on. And I actually just updated the thumbnail today. But I think I screwed it up. Did I screw it up? Maybe. But anyways. So yeah, let's start off on chapter 24. And literally starting off with, here we go. This is not history as we know it. June 21st, 1582, just before dawn. Kyoto. Honnoji. Chapter 24, The Conqueror's Canopy. Alright. And here comes one of the men dressed like women peoples. That fucking fox. What kind of tactless shithead comes here this late at night? Moriramura. And what the hell are they talking about in there? And then, so, let's see. Okay, so there's the dude from the last chapter who was hanging over the bed and being like, don't worry, Nobunaga. So, we have some bearded guy. Yasuke. Oh, this is Yasuke's dude. This is Oda Nobunaga. Here's the actual true. This is the guy, Oda Nobunaga. What is the urgent matter you have with me? And Yasuke's his guy. Mitsuhaide? Actually, there is no urgent matter to speak of. I simply came here because I felt a sudden longing to see your face again. Your jokes do not amuse me. State your business. Hey, I had a dream. What do you call these characters? What do they call them nowadays? Like, there's so many terms. Listen, I've been alive since the 90s, and the words have changed. Some became slurs, some didn't, and to this day, I don't know what to call them. What's the new one? Twink? Isn't that what you call a character like this? Is a twink? It's a dude, but he acts all hair, nails, clothes, shoes. Like, and he's all creepily, happily all the time. Is that a twink? Am I remembering that? Is that correct? Or do I have the wrong term? I don't know. Anyways, I always hate these type of characters. In Record of Ragnarok, it's Loki, and I hate him too. So, Yeah, I never like these characters. They're in a lot of the more adult mangas and stuff, trying to throw, but they're always creepy. They're always annoying, and they're always like, I just wish this fucker would die. So immediately, I want this guy to die. I saw a future in which you, Nobunaga-sama, did not rule over this land, and one in which there was total peace, an age without strife for centuries to come. Oh, we're doing that shit. We're doing the scales. Ho, you mean that this land shall not be mine? Who knows? He's just creepy. It is my opinion that there are plenty of other men who could be aiming to conquer this land. But if any of them were to succeed, it would not be any interesting. That's a wrong sentence. It would not be interesting. Any interesting? That's wrong sentence. Probably a grammatical error in the scan. And so I've become convinced. You, and you alone, are capable of uniting this land through blood. That is the only future which I desire. And that shall be our history. Okay, so now that they've pointed it out that Oda Nobunaga, who it looks like a badass in his own right, and he's got Yasuke as his retainer, as his fighter, I have a feeling that this is not history as we know it. We started it off that way. I have a feeling he is not going to win it all. Like, for some reason. Because we can't have Oda Nobunaga, because Oda Nobunaga actually did win in the, you know what I mean? So, in true history. So, okay. All right. And then we go down, and we got a bunch of beautiful landscape touches. I wish I could draw like this. Like, this is really good. I know people tend to use reference material and stuff, but so do I. But like how long did it take someone to draw this page? You know what I mean? Like, it would take me a whole, like, at least a weekend to draw this one page, even with a reference, even if I was doing the whole put the translucent paper on the thing, scan it, and redraw a live image. Still, it's gorgeous. Like, I love that type of shit. Okay, I still cannot understand. Just, by the way, I hate when digital art does that shit. That's why I like traditional pen. Like, if you take a real life photo and then you put the translucent paper over it and you outline it and then you draw it, you've still drawn real architecture. It's still traditional art. What I hate is when they take like an actual photograph and then they like digitally fuck with it to make it look like it's been drawn, but it's not. I hate it. Webtoons do this a lot. That's another reason to not like webtoons. I'm not a biggest fan of webtoons at the best of times, and other than some select ones, and they do this all the time to make their backgrounds work, and that's cheap. It's cheapening out. No, either draw it or don't. I still cannot understand. What would lead Nobunaga-sama to commit such violence? At one time, though harshly, it's Honda. Dead Honda. Oh, man. Okay, I didn't expect this, because once again, I would argue this is one of the most emotional, it's the most emotional match, in my opinion, is round one, or match one, and, yeah. At one time, though somewhat harshly, he still tried to lead this land along the right path. Tokugawa. There's Tokugawa. Let's go. But most of all, I cannot condone what I have done. Tokugawa is the coolest retainer, by the way. He's immediately the coolest retainer. Forgive me, Tadakatsu. I should never have used you for the Tenkaichi. Yeah, I wasn't ready for the heaviness. Sire, 'Twas always Musclehead's wish to have the chance to die for your sake. Stop blaming yourself over this. Wait a minute. Hattori Hanzo is also... Wait, he just said sire. Oh, man. I locked into Kojiro, and I want Hanzo to win, but now I'm like, yes, Tokugawa. Tokugawa is the guy. If he's got another horse in this race, let's go. And notice, both of them are up against the legends. They're up against Kojiro and Musashi, who have to meet. But then again, if it's not history as we know it, which, by the way, I am actually going to be pissed off, they should not meet. One of them should lose beforehand. Because my reasoning for that is if this is supposedly not history as we know it, then fated clashes from history should actually not happen. Otherwise, your whole tagline of read my manga because I'm fucking with history, you don't know what's going to happen. But if everything that we expect is going to happen happens, then it sort of ruins the tagline, you know? Same reason with Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. That's been around since I was born, and I'm older than a lot of people who watch my shit. And when Game Freak decided, no, we're going to limit the amount of Pokemon, there is no national dex, I gave up Pokemon. Because I said, you literally, your whole brand was based on Gotta Catch 'Em All. The link cables, the double versions, you know, since its inception, your whole tagline was spend more money to get them all. But no matter how much money you spend, you can't get them all anymore? No. Fuck you. You know? So, same idea here. So if Hattori Hanzo's there, wait a minute. 'Tis that peaceful face he has that tells you all you need to know. Alright, I'm going with, yeah. Spare me your pity, Hanzo, says Tokugawa. Oh. I used a forthright man like him to try and rule this land in such a twisted way. The burden is mine to bear. Twisted, eh? Hanzo. 'Tis true Musclehead never was one for schemes or stratagems. Stratagems. But frankly, 'tis a bit of a relief to me that I won't have to face him now. I mean, was that his, like, brother in arms or something? Relief? Now I can win this tournament without holding anything back. In the way of the heir to the greatest shinobi of Iga. Hanzo, you, 'tis the revenge, and so 'tis the revenge only I can take from my comrade. Oh, wait, so wait a minute. Hanzo is like, Honda was the greatest. And as I said, in round one, he could have killed Musashi in a roundabout way. He recognized that there was no reason to, like, once he lost his arm, he gambled it, he lost the arm, he's like, I can't win. Like, I can win this fight, but I can't win the tournament, so there's no point in winning the fight. You know what I mean? So he lost. And now Hanzo's there going, yeah, so with him out of here, my only comrade, the only guy I actually fucking cared about, I can now decimate and destroy everyone without holding anything back because I'm not going to have to face him, and all I'm going to do is take revenge for the fact that he died in this pointless fucking stupid tournament. Like, as I said, I bet on Kojiro because of plot armor, but I want Hanzo to win. I am more than happy to take that L to my face if Hanzo wins. Because he's just too cool. Hanzo, you, and so 'tis the revenge only I can take from my comrade. Exactly right. Says, you? Takigawa. Kazumasu. Yasu. You're too goddamn soft for my liking. Though I'll admit, I thought you were a fine fit to take over the country after Nobunaga-sama led a new era. Well, at the very least, there's one man I don't want to be ruler. That bastard Akichi. And with that, Ieyasu, do be sure to look forward to the match tonight. Yes, I shall. This guy's pretty badass too. Sire, this battle, 'Tis mine to take over from you and Musclehead now. So 'tis no time to be looking sour. Nin 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 nin. Nah, you shut up. Cut it out with that nin 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 nin, will ya? Nin is the cry of my soul. Forgive me, please. Hanzo. Alright, I love him. And there's the dude who shouldn't have won, but won anyways because plot. Let's go. Throb, throb, throb. The Gate of Celestial Awakening. Alright, the Sword Saint who reached it. I had this feeling when I fought Pops too. Oh, because Honda had basically reached that point as well, is what they're implying. Alright, so once again, Honda, who's still my guy. He's still my fighter. If I picked anybody, it'd be Honda. Honda's my guy. And then they bring up the Sword Saint. My second guy. Like, goddamn. Why do my guys always die? That's my question. There's a lot of strong stuff out there I still don't know about. Damn it. I can't stop this smile from creeping up inside of me. And he's training. Alright, so Musashi's training. You're in good shape, I see. This voice. Oh, it's Kojiro. I was worried about those scars on your side, but seems like you're doing just fine. You again. Get lost. Are you one of those types that doesn't like being seen hard at work? Hell to the no. I want you to beat it because you're weirding me out. Alright. Fuck it. What do you want? I've really come to appreciate your skills. And so here's another meeting between Musashi and Kojiro. In fact, you've been taking in these techniques and matches just by watching them. You seem like a genius to me. Huh? The hell are you talking about? Obviously, you learn moves by watching them. So, no dip, I assume no shit. I've been taking that stuff in. Yeah, there's a couple of problems with this translation, but it's alright. I still ain't got the hang of the Gate of Celestial Awakening, though. If I don't, all those other guys will beat me to it. Me. Yikes, your sense of humor is just as weird as my dad's. Seriously, get lost, creep. I see now. You don't realize your own talent. That's also pretty cute. And he's just like, fuck off, gay man. Like, he has no time for this fucking, like, yeah, he's got no time for that. Alright, I mean, fair enough. You know, because Kojiro is being, with that mask, with this whole styling, you know, you're pretty cute. It's like, man, get away from me. Even if I swung that way, I'd be creeped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you imagine, if a woman did that, you'd still be sitting there like, ugh, can you get her the fuck away from me? You know, like, you'd still be creeped out. Why does he choose to be creepy? Oh, is he gonna take he's taking his mask off? Hey, Musashi, will you at least come see my match tonight? And he takes the mask off. I really want you to get to know my own sword. And he draws his sword. Are they gonna randomly? Are they gonna fight right now? And we're gonna learn about it later on in the match. I feel like they're gonna have a little spar, and then it's gonna come up in the match. So let's see. It's midnight. The moon is high in the sky, and boom. Welcome, one and all, to the Tenkaichi. Tonight we bring you round 1, match 5. The stage for this match is atop the moonlit keep of Osaka Castle. Its name is the Conqueror's Canopy. That's pretty cool. They're actually fighting on top of the castle's keep? I mean, that is kind of cool. That's a long ways down. Sure wouldn't be good if someone slipped and fell from there. I mean, but if they fall, I mean, they can always climb back up, technically. Honestly, I'm just as surprised as them. I thought he'd saved this stage for the final fight. And there's Yasuke again. Begin. And now, allow me to introduce the fighters who'll be clashing on the perilous battlefield. On the east side, representing the Takigawa clan, enter! And we have the flutes, and we have the drum. Boom, boom, boom. Do-do-do, boom, boom, boom. This man is a thunderbolt racing across the battlefield. No matter the battle, he has always taken the forefront and has won countless glories as the first spearman. Eventually, those who cowered before him called him thus: Oni Hanzo. Let's go. Demon Hanzo, Ogre Hanzo. Let's go. His strength is an unconcealable threat. Nin, the unhiding shinobi. Hattori Hanzo, the second Masanari? Masanari. There he is. He's looking pretty cool. He's looking pretty cool. Wahaha! 'Tis truly a lovely view from this keep. Hanzo. Worried about him, eh? Seems you ain't all too aware of his abilities. What? Actually, I suppose I ought to say he's been holding himself back. We'll just keep watching. You'll soon see enough why I chose to back him. Hattori Hanzo. If I recall, his family were all shinobi up to his father's time. That would be correct. Though they say Hanzo don't know how to serve the Tokugawa clan as a samurai, not a shinobi. In any case, what I'm most... that's how he knows Tokugawa. Okay, that's how they're so affiliated and why Honda would have fought alongside Hanzo. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, like, once again, just so we're clear, guys, just so we're clear, I picked in this matchup, here we go, on screen, I said no to Hanzo. It was the hardest pick of the next 4 matches. I am very confident in my next 3, okay? I'm very confident in my next 3. If I lose, I lose. It happens. But I don't want Kojiro to win. I want Hanzo to win. I just felt that plot armor was going to make Kojiro win. That is my sole reason for picking Kojiro. So if Hanzo wins, I'm a happy camper. I am 100% a happy camper if Hanzo wins, because I like Hanzo. And Kojiro is kind of creeping me out. He's not cool like the Kojiro from, like I've read a couple, as you guys can probably tell from reading many, many manga over the years. I've seen multiple instances of Kojiro, and so far, this Kojiro is my least favorite. Record of Ragnarok Kojiro was awesome. This one, not so much. In any case, what I'm most curious about is the spear fighting that earned him the name Spear Fighting from a shinobi. Think about that. And the fact that he fought as a samurai, not a shinobi. The name Oni Hanzo and this match has much more to offer than just that. Hehehe. Oni Hanzo, the man who dashed across the battlefield like a thunderbolt. Just how will he fare in a one-on-one? And I'm not one to pick favorites, spell wrong. But you have my support this time. After all, your opponent on the west side is backed by that foxfucker I really hate. Fuck representing the Akichi clan. Enter. Twing, twing, twing. Not one bit is known of this swordsman past. He is like a mirage, who some claim to be young and others old. But none can question his strength. After all, the man who trained the swordsman widely considered the greatest alive, Ito Sai, is the same man who's given his all to hone this man's skills, Kanamaki Jisai. And now he stands as his greatest masterpiece. Okay, so now we're getting a little more context and stuff, because, I mean, I've probably read this before, but I usually forget. So Ito's master, the one who trained the greatest master alive, I mean, the Sword Saint was probably considered the greatest swordsman, but was the same guy who trained Kojiro. Okay. We're getting the context now. The Supreme Sword Striker, Sasaki Kojiro! Alright, that's a beautiful panel. That's a beautiful double spread there. Let's go. And then he takes off the Yo-ho! That's what he says. The Japanese for mecha warrior here is identical to that of mobile suits. Saikyou Kojiro is now a Gundam. Okay. Let's see. He. So that is the man-killing mecha warrior that you've poured everything into, huh? So you've finally shown yourself. Akichi Mitsuhide. If I may, Akichi Dono, now that Kamizumi is dead, the greatest swordsman alive is not Yagyu nor Itosai, but Kojiro. Okay, so he acknowledges it too, like what I said. I said the Sword Saint was probably the better swordsman, and he's acknowledging, he's like, now that Kamizumi is dead, now that he's dead, the Sword Saint was the best, but now that he's dead, the greatest one alive is not Yagyu nor Itosai. It is Kojiro. Really? That's great to hear. Which one is Yagyu? Which one's that? Is that one of the guys that's going to fight later? No. So who's Yagyu? Is that Musashi? Was that the dude from round 2, maybe? Oh, is that the dude from round 3 who won? Is that the creepy guy who kills animals because he's crazy? Anyways, let's go. So Musashi is looking beat up. Humph. Yeah, they sparred. They 100% sparred. Hehe. Now then, Kanemaki sensei. I'm looking forward to seeing just what this sword that will kill me is worth. Obviously, he had a falling out with his master. His sensei. And then boom. Kojiro Dono. It's about time you take off that mask, no? It doesn't sit well with me killing a man without getting to see his face. Hehe. Try taking it from me then. 'Tis a good reminder. This is a battlefield now. To get the enemy to obey me. 'Tis well enough to force them to yield. Oh, look at the look at his gourmet demon. Look at his representation. This fucking thunder god of fucking, it's like, Ryoji Jaka! Like, let's go. Hanzo, you mad lad. Look at the fucking spear. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Both fighters are raring to go. Hattori Hanzo, representing the Takigawa clan. Saki Kojiro, representing the Akichi clan. Begin! And from... Oh, he immediately throws his cloak off to blind him. Huh? They're all like, wait, what? Uh-oh, says Kojiro. A smoke screen right off the bat. What a dirty... Dirty. 'Tis a compliment, yes. He is shown on the battlefield. There is no right or wrong. I mean, I do agree with that in a sense. Is that when you're in a fight for your life, there are no technical rules. See, it depends on which character you're going. You know what I mean? It's like there's no honor in fighting like that. Like if somebody is literally the stronger fighter, like, and I don't just mean physically, but someone's clearly the best of the best, and then you use dirty tricks to win, sort of like in sports, right? If you go up against Michael Jordan, but the refs are biased against Michael Jordan and he loses, did you really win against Michael Jordan, or was the game paid for and bought? Because against, you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing that you have to sort of question, because a lot of times there's honor on the battlefield and then there's not, and it depends on the perspective you take. My point is that depending on the context, there's an argument for both sides. So, but he's a shinobi, so I'm on his side with using dirty tricks, because you should expect dirty tricks. He's not a samurai. He's not an honorable, warrior. He's a shinobi. He's a ninja. He's supposed to kill. He's an assassin. He kills by any means necessary. So you should expect that there's no honor, and within there lies the honor. You know what I mean? You should expect the unexpected when it comes to that. So it's not really a dirty trick. It's literally his arsenal. So, no unsteady footing nor any fear of heights. A good first rush. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's caught Kojiro right from the get-go. All there is life and death. Kisoryu. Spear fighting. Clouded lightning. That is a badass thing to be like, you blocked him. Clouded, as in they can't see lightning and strikes. Of course, this isn't going to hit, but a black bolt cracks. To begin the next issue of the Dragon Pole, I will get revenge from my Bara Daddy. I don't get that one. I don't get the Bara Daddy. Like Bara as in like thunder or something. Anyway. So that was chapter 24. We'll quickly check in with the chat before we begin on chapter 25 here. And we'll see where we get. We do have actual people in the chat. Go figure. And 5 likes. Thank you very much, guys. Miss Content's in here saying, good evening, infidels. And says, good evening, Miss. Realist Medell says, Hanzo is 58. God damn. Looking spry for a guy who's 58. Miss said, Yagui is the crazy guy from round 3. Right. And I think I figured that out, yeah. Low diffed William Adams. Yeah, which is, that was the thing. Miss said, Hanzo would not obey the Geneva Conventions. No. Daniele Leverette. Sorry, I'm just going to call you Dan. It's all about whether or not you respect a person doing whatever it takes to win or not. No, see, it doesn't come down to that. Because, like, for example, if you buy off the refs in a sports match and win a Super Bowl, you didn't win. You bought your way to victory. Technically, that's doing whatever it takes to win. You fought outside the lines. Like, here are the rules of here are the rules of the football game. Here's the rules of a hockey game. Any major sport, here are the rules. If you play outside of the rules to win, if you go outside of that and do some, 4D chess move, it's not impressive. It's sad. It means that you didn't believe in your own skill to do so. So, there is that. Now, in the context of actually a one-on-one fight like we're talking right now, is that you need to understand where your opponent is coming from. I would argue that if you're facing off against somebody like Kenpachi or something, like even Kenpachi in Bleach, Kenpachi was sort of like, what kind of dirty tricks are you using? Knives? Like when he was fighting against Unohana in Thousand Year Blood War, he was like, using that, why? Like, it's you and me, sword on sword. We don't need any of this bullshit. Like, what are you doing? Even Kenpachi, the berserker fighter, was like, who you would think there are no rules. He was sort of like disappointed. Like, really? Couple of spear knives, a couple of shurikens. Are you kidding me right now? Like, I'm about to enjoy the best fight of my life, and you're pulling this shit, right? So, what I think it boils down to is, who is your opponent? What is your opponent's values? You know what I mean? If you go into an honorable duel, if you go into a 1v1 against someone, and you know that you could exploit them, but, it's just not... I think there's a level of, if you take advantage of somebody's honor to win, you didn't really win. They are still the better fighter. They're still the better man and the better fighter at the end of the day. If you take advantage of someone's naivety, in Tenjo Tenge, it happened, and it was like, no, Shin Natsume was the strongest. He was always, Buchi is the strongest. By holding his fist back, by not being willing to kill his friend, he lost. But he was still the strongest. He's still the better fighter. So when Asshole Brain, when Mitsumi was like, well, I killed the strongest fighter, so I'm the best fighter. It's like, no, you idiot. He literally held back from killing you. Then you cheap-shotted him. And he died because he wasn't willing to kill you. You didn't win. He chose to lose. It's a different... And then when they go on to say, well, that's like saying, oh, I beat Michael Jordan, but I broke his leg, with my car first. And, I ran over Michael Jordan. Then I 1v1'd him the next day. And then I was like, well, I beat Michael Jordan. Actually, it wasn't that tough. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan's playing with a broken leg. It's like, no, that's a cheap shot. That doesn't count. You're outside of the scope. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird to me. Yeah. And once again, it's all context. It's all giving context. In this particular manga, in this particular fight, Hanzo's doing is fine. It's not dirty. Because Kojiro should know that he's fighting off against an assassin, a shinobi, a ninja. He should know better. So going forward, it should be just fine. Realist Medell said, and Ito is surprisingly 40 years old. Goddamn. All right. Now that we've scared away all our viewers, let's move on to Chapter 25. The Drying Pole. Let's go. So, we start off the beginning of this chapter where we ended off the last one. He threw his, I don't know, his cape, whatever, his cloak, I guess. Cloak's a better word. He threw his cloak at Kojiro. He went forward. A smoke screen right off the bat. No fair. Whoa. He's got Kojiro right up from the get-go. On the battlefield, there is no right and wrong. All there is life and death. And spear fighting, clouded lightning, boom. And we see the reaction from people. It's in. No, says Ito. No, he got the mask, though. Looks like it was a miss. Well, I'll be. And then, oh, he jumped down and then ran back up. Ninpo substitution jutsu. Just joking. Now Kojiro's got Hanzo off guard. He's in perfect position. And that sword gives Kojiro much spare to strike. Yeah, it is a really long sword. Is it like Sephiroth's sword? What's it called? Masumane or whatever? I forget what the actual name is, but there's a katana that's incredibly long. And it's really difficult. It's impractical to wield. But it's 2 lengths of a katana or something like that. It's double the length of a regular katana. And Sephiroth uses that from Final Fantasy VII. Sephiroth uses that. I think it's called a Masamune blade or something like that. But yeah, that seems to be what Kojiro seems to be wielding. With Hanzo late to react, he won't be able to escape this. Oh, he'll escape it. And then boom, he pulls the pole back, and oh, he's got a spear on the other end, and another tip. And there's Kojiro. We finally see Kojiro's face. Is Kojiro a woman? Immediately when I saw his face. Are we going to go, history ain't what it seemed, and Kojiro's actually a woman? Because then all bets are off on Fuma, because now we can have another female fighter. Another tip. Kyoso Ryo spear fighting. Secret art. Bolt tail, so he doesn't get caught off guard. And stab, and oh, he does make contact, though Kojiro managed to dodge. Does make strikes. That hurts. And backs off. What's this? 'Twas a complete miss on your vitals. Quite the back and forth they've had. That old dude's all grit, huh? Aha, this is getting fun. Hanzo. Different from the Hanzo you know, eh? Takigawa Dono. This is a side of him nothing like the man who commanded out on the battlefield on horseback. The real Hanzo, done away with his reputation as a general. The man who will win by any means necessary. Hattori Hanzo, the shinobi. I get it. So he fought as a general. I mean, I like it. I like it. So far, this fight is great. Like, they immediately went for one-hit kills on each other, and, like, both were like, oh, no, I dodged, you dodged, I dodged. You've got some funny tricks, Hanzo-san. Haha. 'Tis a shock to me that I couldn't finish you off with Bolt Tail. But be that as it may, 'tis sooner than I expected to catch a glimpse of what's beneath your mask. I'd never have thought you would be concealing such a pretty face. Yeah, I'm completely convinced that's a chick. I am 100% convinced that's a chick. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with twisting up facts and being like, I mean, Fates did it, and Arthur's one of the best characters in Fates, so it's fine, you know? I'd never have thought. Yeah, so, oh, how beautiful. A girl? No, wait, a guy? Which is it? Says literally the dude dressed up like a chick. Literally the fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show over here is fucking asking that question. Like, you don't have any right to ask. You're the most confusing motherfucker out of all of them, alright? Shut the fuck up. Alright? That's like taking some dude who's got... Yeah, no. No. I'm not having it from this guy. I'm not having it from the referee over here. No. That's like some bearded, blue-haired dude with tits saying, well, what do you think I am? I don't fucking know. A fat ass? Like, I have no idea. You know? Like, I don't know. Do you just drink too much beer and you've got tits? Or are you transition? I don't fucking know and I don't care. But I'm not gonna... Yeah. No, you have no right to ask. I'm convinced that this is a chick. But if it's just a really pretty dude, I'll take it. But I won't be questioned by this dude, by the referee. I'm not being questioned by the fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show reject. However, you may be pretty, says Hanzo, but 'tis as if there's a mask beneath the mask. With those practically lifeless eyes of yours. Yeah, seems to have the dead eye syndrome. Seems to have a bit of the dead eye syndrome. That's pretty sad. Lifeless? You can see those kinds of things too, Hanzo-san. I wouldn't say that. It was just the initial impression I got. Oh, and here I thought you were like me. I can see your functionality. See my functionality. Oh, are we going to go into the impression that he has eye powers? Is that where we're going with this? Which I'm fine with. But it's just like, nowadays, eye powers seem to be like, just over in abundance. It would seem the preparations are in place. Ho. Kanamaki Dono. Is Kojiro-san going to do something now? Akichi Dono. Kojiro is no mere swordsman. You may now behold how the ultimate work of Kanamaki Jisai, the man-killing machine, Saikyou Kojiro, functions. And away we go. And here we go. Goes forth with the scabbard still on, but it's pulling away from the blade. Ho, there's a good charge there. However, against me, Hanzo, a full frontal attack. 'Tis fine by me. Distancing, skill level, overall combative capacity, 80% analyzed. Situation favorable. Yeah, we're going with the eye thing. He's basically, like when they reference that he's like a Gundam, he's analyzing it like a computer. So he can tactically drawing sword. At that moment, Hanzo's instinct sensed an unknown threat. An image that flashed in his mind for a split second of him being cut. Yeah, of him being cut. So, so he said 80%. I'm wondering if it's going to reach that 99. You could not calculate the 1%, you know? So he goes backwards and boom, look at that slash. It's like, holy shit. And double page. Yes, this is, oh, look at that. Now that's just ching, 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 right across all the shingles. Hanzo's backing up. Everyone's shocked and it's like, whoa, what the hell was that? Like, let's go. Let's go. See, this is a good fight. I like this fight. It split the tiles? And then he's going to follow up. What is this sword? Foom. And goes forward to Hanzo's right-hand side. How can a reversal be that fast? And he tries to dodge, but he does get cut. I couldn't avoid it. Hanzo! And he slides down the tiles. Whoa, what's that? Oh. The hell's that sword, says Musashi. 'Twas no ordinary path that blade took. Yeah, because he slashed downwards and then it goes upwards. He dodged, but it still made a reversal. Indeed it was not. That arose from an approach wholly different from the unbreaking, unbending sword of our common conception. That sword is ever changing. Bewitched sword. Alright, I'm not going to be pronounce this correctly, but Monohasu Shizo Nagamitsu. I'm not letting you get away, Hanzo-san. So it's Ivy's whip. It's a whip sword. It's a whipping sword. I think we had that with that was in Rurouni Kenshin. That was Chicken Head, Rooster Head, whatever his name is, of the Juppon Gatana. Yeah, he had a sword that was so light and metal that he could use it like a whip sword. Yeah, okay, we're doing the whip sword thing. Seen it before, but it's always done well. It's always done really cool. Let's go. All right. And boom, going after Hanzo again. Slam into the tile. Hanzo managed to dodge. I'm astonished he can handle this whip-like sword so freely. At this rate, I'll be back up against the open air. In that case, pulls out his kunai. Boom! Throws the kunai at him. 5 Toby kunai at once. Before all else, I need to stop his momentum. That was fairly predictable. Huh? You can't stop me. And uses the whip to deflect all 5 kunai at once. So once again, we just talked about playing dirty, right? But Kojiro is actually playing the game. He's like, I anticipate that a shinobi is going to do whatever it takes to win, which you can argue is a level of respect. It's respectable. But given that, Kojiro's like, yeah, I expect you to do dirty tactics. I expect you to do shinobi tactics. You're a shinobi. It's what you should do. So I'm going to anticipate that, and I'm going to fight that fight. So good on both combatants. Good on Hanzo for being like, no, I'm going to fight unabated. I'm going to fight all out. You can call it dirty, you can call it underhanded, but I'm a shinobi. You know this going in, and if you don't expect me to pull out bullshit, then you're an idiot. That's bad intel. And Kojiro's like, no, I 100% get that, and I'm going to fight accordingly. So good on both fighters. Good on both fighters. And they're all blocked. What a precise slash to take down 5 kunai in one stroke. I've underestimated your opponent, Hattori. Kojiro is the raw material which I discovered and fundamentally refined, which surpasses even Kamizumi. I haven't seen that yet. No mere human technique will work on a killing machine. I've got you, says Kojiro. Ha! You're more monster than man, 'tis what you are. Finish him, Kojiro. It ain't in the red here. Sword of my ideals. Of mine ideals? No, my ideals. Yeah, there are some problems with this translation. And here it comes. Hanzo scared. Adios, Hanzo-san. I'm sure as hell not winning here. That is. Not if I take you head on and throw something. Like I said, that won't work on, let me guess, it was smoke bomb. And slashed. This isn't a kunai. Boom! It's either a flare bomb or smoke bomb. What the? It blew up a firebomb. Is that even allowed? I mean, it's only a blast and some smoke, but that's plenty enough to blow your limp blade away. Nimpo explosive escape jutsu. 'Tis just a joke. That double page. That's gorgeous. That's awesome. I mean, this fight has got to be one of the most enjoyable, in all honesty, because both fighters are cool. Both fighters are one-upping each other. You know, it's just a solid fight. And to be continued in the next chapter. Okay. Well, we'll go grab ourselves an extra beverage, then we'll be back. Misk is the only one who is left in the chat, or at least responded in the chat, I should say, saying stuff like sort of mine ideals. It's just an old fancy way of saying things. Well, I've never heard that. I've read a lot of shit, Misk. I mean, where are you pulling that from, man? You know, mine ideals. I've never heard like old Latin or old Japanese or whatever say mine ideals before. That's the first time I've ever heard of that. You could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying mine ideals. I've never heard that stated like in, oh, back in the 14th century, mine ideals meant my ideals. It's just transformed in the late 1750s. You know, I've never heard it change like that. So you could be right. Not saying you're not. But yeah, it looks and sounds weird to me. Anyways, before we jump into chapter 26, as I said, we'll be just right back. And yeah, gotta go check my phone and stuff like that. And just hit the quick mute button. And I used to have all the be right back things set up, but I haven't had to stream in all this year. I haven't streamed much, so I don't have the whole intermission thing set up this time. So my bad. I haven't done a read through stream in forever. So yeah, I don't have any of that. Just I'll be back. Bam, baby, we are back. We are back with all my bedhead. We are back. Yeah, I miss having my long hair, by the way, guys. Do you guys think I should grow it long again? I don't know. Like, wife likes it short, but then when it gets to this length, like, I don't know, like, I don't think, like, there's no really baldness in my family. In fact, my father has one of the best heads of hair I've ever seen on a man in my fucking life. So, I'm not really worried about going bald, but at the same time, like, I don't want to, like, if I ever end up having receding hairline and thinning hair and stuff, like, I want to enjoy my hair when I'm young. So, I don't know. Either way, I was sort of watching some old videos because of the Tenkaichi stuff, wanted to get caught up. What was my record? Just rewatch some stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I had my shoulder length hair and stuff, and now looking back on it, it looked pretty good. So, anyways, yeah. So, where were we? We were starting chapter 26. Chapter 26, Life of a Shinobi, part 1 of 2, and it seems like it's a flashback. Let's go. Musclehead, art thou still alive? Art thou? I always despised him. Huh? Oh, really? Oni Hanzo rides across the battlefield. That man who would charge headlong into the fray. Because he looked the very appearance of a general that I had always truly been searching for. Oh, he despised him because he wanted to be him. Because your back was always far too dazzling to me. See, this, in 2 pages, this is better than the whole Leonidas' back shit. Like, Record of Ragnarok, honestly, has fallen off as a result of just not doing... Like, why is this different? I don't know why. It just feels that way. It feels different. It feels better. Something about Ragnarok just... I think when they got away from the gore and the blood and the fucking, like, the brutality of it all... because it's just not brutal anymore. It's not as brutal. And I think that's lost on things. So you look at this. This is beautiful. And then boom, we're back to... Oh, wait, we're back to the present. I thought we'd have like half a flashback chapter. All right. What? And then boom, it blew up. All right, we're back to that. It's only a blast of some smoke, but that's plenty enough to blow your limp blade away. Nimpo explosive jutsu. Just joking. And the eyes, of course, are going to perceive it and dodge just out of the way in the nick of time. But Kojiro is shocked and notices something. Tup, huh? 'Twas still not enough to defeat you, eh? But he knows something. Oh, but Kojiro... So, Hanzo's been sweating for a while, but now Kojiro is. But however monstrous your strength may be, you're still human. Chip away bit by bit, and eventually it will take its toll on you. Oh, he did hit him! He got him in the leg. Oh, how brazenly underhandish. Wait, how is that underhanded? That was not underhanded. He literally struck him fair and square. I mean, I suppose with the smoke screen, you're going to call it underhanded, sure. But to instantly think of blowing away Sasuke's limp sword and then land a flying jab in his blind spot at the same time, and then to realize it ain't any normal feat. Oh well. I suppose it's no surprise Kojiro-san was caught off guard there. Wonderful masterwork you have there. Oh. He's not happy with this. However, was that legal? What do you mean legal? They're in a fight to the death. Are there rules in a gladiator fight? There's no rules in a gladiator fight. What are we talking about? Well, duh. They're in a fight. Why not? Yeah, Musashi. Yes. Oh, shit. Oh, it's the old crazy man. Use your specialties to the fullest. Dude creeps me the fuck out. Nobunaga-sama. So cool. Alright, get the fuck off this guy. Well, underhanded is another strength of the battlefield, of course. Hey, such a scamp you are. Right, but Hattori Hanzo is underhanded beyond all underhandedness. He used a smoke screen. That is not... Like, they're acting as though he literally, like, peppered the tiles in the field with bombs prematurely. Like, he preemptively, like, Bill Belichick does more underhanded shit in a football game than Hanzo has done right now. And they're playing football. This is a fight to the... They're acting as though literally catching your opponent off guard is underhanded. That is not like, goddamn, would you people give it a rest? This is not underhanded. I hope you're willing to bear with this. 'Tis all I have. Alright. I see now. You are a genius, huh? I can tell. Kojiro's eyes. You can see them, can't you? The point of stress with which to deceive the enemy that normal fighters cannot see. Oh, are we talking... Okay, so now we're talking about seeing the points. Alright, yeah. Kojiro's basically like, you can see what I can see. You can perceive an opponent's weakness. You see the vital points. You see everything. It's done in a lot of swordsman manga. It's done in a lot of mangas, but it's still badass when it's brought up. It's like, oh yeah. Basically, at the end of the day, they're going to give some long-winded explanation, but at the end of the day, and they'll say, they're geniuses, they're just masters, they're this. Game recognizes game. Is what it is. An undeniable genius of trickery. That is your true form, Hattori Hanzo. Okay, so Kojiro is basically acknowledging Hanzo as being on his level, like being a master, being able to do what he does, and hiding it. And now Hanzo says, haha, now that takes me back. It'd be funny if he... It'd be actually funnier if Hanzo basically went, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I'm just good. You know what I mean? And Kojiro, like, it threw Kojiro's whole perception that you either are like him or you can't be like me. And it's like, no, I'm just doing it because I'm raw talent, you know? Now that tis... Alright, never mind. So, that's thrown out the window. It would just suit Hanzo's character because he's more free-loving with his nin shit, you know? 'Tis the second time anyone has noticed that. And I'm guessing it was Honda. Honda basically was like, you're like me. Because Musashi noticed that Honda basically had that same form. So, when I was young, I could outmatch any man no matter how large he was. Oh my god, he beat the shit out of that dude. Did I seem weak because of my size? You picked the wrong person to try and kidnap. Looking at my circumstances, my environment, and my opponent, I could tell what timing and what traps would let me defeat them with ease. That is, I could see the most vital points in luring the enemy. And this time he actually did lay a trap. One of the most important abilities a shinobi could have. However, I never once showed this out in the open. Masanari, we Hattori are no longer shinobi. We are now samurai. Hattori Hanzo. Oh, because it'd be for the war and stuff. Any dastardly actions would only harm our favor. Spelt wrong. Yes, father, I understand. My abilities are scorned by normal people. Masanari, I pass on the name of Hattori Hanzo and my ambitions to you. Win glory on the battlefield with the spear, plain and fair, for Tokugawa-sama's sake. Ah, this is how... See, this is the type of backstory I'm craving. This, it's all connecting. Like, this is what we want. This is what we crave. Like, Record of Ragnarok did it wrong. Like, it's just so comparable because of two tournament mangas, two taking, like, people from history. So it's very easy to go with this. But you want connecting. You want to feel something. You want everything. Basically, think of it like a spider's web, right? And all the points eventually end up connecting in some weird way to each other. But not because they're forced, because they just do. A story is a spider web, and you go along one line, but it connects to all the other points, right? Like, this is really good. Like, it's simple. It sounds so simple, but Ragnarok's been fucking it up for like 2 years. So the fact that they're going off on this, and I mean, I could delve in to Hanzo's character right now for 30 fucking minutes easily without even finishing the fight yet. Like the whole idea that he's going to win glory on the battlefield in an honorable way, even though that's not the way he fights. Potentially, that could have got him killed. You know what I mean? Like, if... Because, once again, somebody brought it up. Dan brought it up, like, doing whatever it takes to win. Well, doing whatever it does to stay alive, as Hanzo said. Like, in a battle on the battlefield, it's life and death. Like, are you going to sit back and do the honorable thing? Or are you going to try to save your own ass? You know what I mean? Like, when push comes to shove, I mean, I'm the same deal. Like, I'd rather fight a dude one-on-one and stuff, but if push came to shove and if things were threatened, I mean, I'll take the rust nail off the floor and stab a dude in the neck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, when it comes between life and death, there are no dirty tactics. There are no underhand means, you know? So, and become a true samurai that you can take pride in. True samurai. I don't get it. If I become one, I can be proud of myself. I mean, these are fair questions. Like, this is really actually quite deep, and we could dig into it. But once again, I have a backlog of stuff, so I'm not going to dig in too much. But suffice it to say, Hanzo so far is one of my favorite characters. But how am I even supposed to go about that? Exactly. It's like being told, like, we don't need electricians anymore. And I'm an electrician. Like, we don't need you anymore. And I'm like, and it's not like, no, we're not throwing you to the wayside. We need you to be an engineer now. I'm like, but I'm an electrician. It's what I'm the best at. I don't know how good of an engineer. I might be a great electrician. I might not be a good engineer. I don't know, you know, like, and they're like, no, you'll be fine. Just do that and, you know, live your life. And I'm like, but I'm not happy being that. I want to be an electrician. You know what I mean? Like, they're basically telling him, switch jobs and basically, like, something he excels at, and it's like, but do the other thing and do it as well. And it's like, but that's not, you know? Oh no, how proud that man seems, huh? And thus did I meet him. There he is, Honda. That man appeared before me far too brazenly. Look at him, just riding a horse. Nobody can ride a horse like that, but he's riding a horse like that. So that's him, eh? The young head of the Honda clan, who carried himself so ferociously in the last rebellion? Honda. I sensed it instinctively, though he was younger than I. He had a vigor about him that instinctively told me that he was indeed a true samurai. Tokugawa clan, Hatamoto Sentai Yaku, Honda Tadakatsu. It's over, Nakamoto-sensei. Kyotaro-san is the artist of verses now. Okay, so that was the last page, and that was the joke page. I really wish they would space the joke pages, because I thought that was an actual page for a second. Okay, cool. Yeah, so literally two of my favorite characters are meeting up, and they were like best friends on the battlefield for different reasons. This is amazing. Realist Medell said, if I remember, the guy drawing the manga had to go get surgery around chapter 26. Well, I hope he's okay. I imagine he is, because now I'm about to read chapter 27, so. "20 years prior, Kanamaki Jisai was given his impetus for bringing forth his man-killing machine. See, I told you so. You're weak, sensei. You always seemed clumsy with a sword, so I've made sure you won't be able to wield one again. Oh, well, Yagoro, you dare? On that day, Jisai was thoroughly and utterly destroyed." So wait a minute, and who's this woman with him? 20 years ago. So Ito literally sliced his thumb off so he could never wield a sword in his dominant hand again. That's like a really sick version of when Grail did it in Path of Radiance, but he did it to himself. Okay. Consider this my repayment for everything you've given me, technique and all, at the hands of his best pupil, Kanamaki-sensei. And it's just a random woman on his arm. So basically, he's like, I learned everything I could from you, but you are far beneath me, so I'm going to cut your hand off, or your thumb off, so you can't grip a sword anymore, because you need the thumb to wield a sword, and yeah, oh my god. Wow. Sorry, Jisa-chan. Your tiny little sword isn't enough to get me wet anymore. Oh my. Let me guess. This was his... Obviously not his wife, but his fucking... his concubine, his fucking mistress, his bitch. Pretty much, right? Because... Trust me. Horse. Gold-digging horse. There's still a thing in today's age, people. Men... I'm not trying to be that, what do they call it, red pill shit. I'm not trying to do that right now, but once again, watch out for women like this. Watch out for women that are literal gold-digging whores. They still exist. They hide their shit under that feminist banner and the whole, you're being sexist, you're being this, you're being that shit. They hide under that umbrella. They hide under the woke movement, the Me Too movement, all that shit, but they still exist. There are a minority of women, to be fair. A lot of women aren't like that. Gold digging horse still exist. And here's one of them. Your tiny little sword isn't enough to get me wet anymore. You are gifted when it comes to the principles of martial arts, but being unable to use the techniques you devise is just a waste of talent. So I'll be taking it all. And thus, Yagoro, he swore in his heart, I will kill you! That he would devote his life to revenge. I mean, alright, so... You know what the problem is here? You know what the actual problem is with Yagoro here at this point? Is that he says, like, you're really gifted when it comes to the principles of martial arts, but you're not able because you don't have the talent to use them. Your potential is wasted. It's like, well... That's a bit of a catch-22 because without him, you wouldn't be as good as you were. So instead of appreciating that, like, once again, he's a psychopath. Because instead of going, so you devised the best way to do something, you just don't know how to carry it out with proper proficiency. You don't have the body, you don't have the talent, you don't have this. So instead of appreciating, like, my master was the best, but he was unable to complete it, with my body, with my supernatural strength, with my talent, with like this, I was able to realize his dream, which is what a lot of mangas do. This asshole thinks like, oh, I'm so superior because I took your teachings, stole your ideas, made them happen because you can't, and now I think I'm top shit. So honestly, even though I voted for this guy in the next thing, I sort of hope he dies. Because unless it comes out he has a good... unless he has a good reason for this, this is just no. This is a big no. So now, we're back after seeing Kojiro's sliced mask on the tiles. The habit of yours, thinking the tendencies of your ideation, the mass and quality of your muscles, the precision of your physical maneuvers, and some other stuff. I've analyzed it all up here, and now I've pieced it together, says Kojiro. Now my preparations are complete, and so, Hanzo-san, as everybody reacts, now begins my counterattack. 'Tis your counterattack, eh? Is it just me? Kojiro's acting way different than he was before. Hehe. You mean that this is where the good part begins, Sensei? Yeah, Goro. You'd best be watching. No, he doesn't have his thumb. This is my ultimate masterwork. The one which will kill you. Well, he's got every right to. And then, boom, he lunges forward. He's barreling downhill head first. Striking range. Okay, so he's literally doing the Gundam thing. He's literally got the eye for it and everything like that. Like, that's crazy. Striking range of spear. 1 Ken and 3 Shaku. Output down by about 20% due to injuries in left shoulder. Stance, eye line, center of gravity confirmed. So he's analyzed everything. Behavioral prediction complete. Commence killing. And he's got the eyes. He's got the eyes of a coordinator. He's got the eyes of who gets those eyes? In Air Gear. He's got the eyes of a gravity child. He's got gravity child eyes, and he's going and he's analyzing everything and shit. Okay, that's immediately stolen from Air Gear, but it's cool. It's fine. Commence killing, and foam, and Hanzo jumps up. You certainly are quick, but coming at me head on gives me the chance to dodge. That forward tilting stance of yours, on the other hand, shall leave you powerless to dodge an attack from above, and then. Foam brings the force, and it's coming right at him. Its trajectory changed, and Ito's looking on. Iguchi, everybody's looking on, and slash, boom! It cut right deep into Hanzo's leg. Gah! What was that just now? Could he tell how long I was? How could he tell how I was going to move? However, I still have my mark. He goes forward. Kojiro won't be able to dodge a jab with his body angled like that. Here it comes. And he uses his... He uses his hand. Huh? You're kidding! He deflected it with his open hand. No, even more so than that. He's engaging in a perfect offense and defense. As if he knows how Hanzo will move. Peace. Oh, jeez. I told you, didn't I? I know you now. What the actual fuck? God damn. What the actual fuck? It's a beautiful double page spread, but like Hanzo is fucking like, yeah, okay. So, what the actual hell? Because Hanzo's hurting. Hanzo's hurting 100% now, and now he's being read. But apparently, according to Kojiro, he can read like he does. So, I don't know. And he's literally doing the peace sign. I know you now. Now, Kojiro's output is roughly 30%. Oh, Yagoro. This is the one which I have put everything into raise. Sasaki Kojiro. This is a fucking panel, people. Look at that. Like, the darkness, the eyes shining through, the black silhouette with Sasaki Kojiro written right there. That is awesome. Like, this is some good ass shit. More than 10 years prior, amidst the remnants of a battlefield that likely would be lost to history. Wait, he still got both his thumbs there. More than 10 years prior. But it said that 20 years ago he lost his thumb. So, which is it? 20 years ago he lost his thumb. but 10 years prior, or does it mean 10 years prior to 20 years ago, meaning 30 years ago? It's boggling my mind because he's got both his thumbs in this one. And at the end of the day, he can still teach. And once again, so he cut off his dominant hand. If I were him, I would actually learn to wield. I'd become ambidextrous. You know, like if someone cuts off I'm not ambidextrous, but if someone cuts off my right hand, I'm gonna have to learn how to write with my left. Right? We hear that from amputees all the time, and it's possible. So we hear of one-armed pianists, for Christ's sake. So the fact that he gave up, honestly, is a little bit like, wait, what? Amidst the remnants of a battlefield that would likely be lost to history, I found a child laughing. Huh. And then, dressed in the yukata, it's totally a girl. Kojiro's a girl. And then, pointing at really weird blade, you noticed me. You show some promise. Your eyes don't seem like the eyes of the one who was laughing until a moment ago. Why are you laughing out here on a battlefield like this, little one? So my father told me. Don't take people's lives for no reason. That's what weird people do. And yet, in a war that didn't seem to be good for any good reason, I found my father lying dead like this. I figured that that had to be weird. And when people do something weird, everyone laughs, right? Oh, okay. So Kojiro's nuts. Huh? Am I wrong? And then he laughed. Wahahaha! Ah, it is weird. Okay. Don't take people's lives for no reason. That's what weird people do. You were told that by your father, eh? Yeah, I was. They emphasize told and father. Now there could be some interesting material. You wish to become stronger, don't you? These ruthless and turbulent times were brought about by demonic men. You desire the strength to kill them as you please, don't you? Not really. You have anywhere to go? Nope, my mother died in the war too. Come with me and I'll make sure you are fed. How's that sound? My mother told me to keep myself safe, so I should try not to die. I'll go with you. Alright. This is kind of fun. In order to force one who could surpass Ito Itosai, I gathered among the children made orphans by the current chaos and strife those most inclined toward the martial arts. So he pulled a Gao Mukaku, but back in the day, that would be considered acceptable. When you think about it, okay, this sounds horrible in this day and age, okay? But actually, let's put this in perspective in this day and age, all right? Because we have a homeless crisis here in Canada right now. And we have a homeless crisis in a lot of the world, okay? So if I were to open up my doors, right? Because I own about, 2,000 square feet of property, right? 2,000 square feet of property. And if I were to open up my doors and say, listen, I'm going to take in half a dozen people. It's going to be a little cramped. We're going to take in half a dozen people here. And I'm going to, feed you, water you, you got a bathroom, you got plumbing, you got electricity, you got all this shit. I'm going to take you in, but you also have to do A, B, and C. It's conditional that you have a roof over your head. It's conditional for this, that, and the other thing. I mean, I'd still look like a saint. I'm just saying, I just took 6 people off the streets, right? I'm just saying, I'm just pointing it out, because people are going to judge this shit, and it's like, no, he's literally saving orphans from dying on a battlefield. Like, yeah, he's making them learn sword fighting. Oh my god, call social services, It's like, oh my god, I take in 6 people and try to teach them how to become better electricians. Oh my god, I'm such a monster by teaching children a trade. Meanwhile, they're homeless and dying, but I'm feeding them, clothing them, and bathing them, and at the same time I'm teaching them a skill. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? Bullshit. But yeah. So, either way, it's fine. But I just know a lot of people will probably judge this like, oh, this man, he's crazy. It's like Gao Mukaku, people judging Gao Mukaku. And I'm like, no, you cannot judge that man. He's literally doing a favor to these children. When I gathered 30 of them, I finally moved to put a certain plan of mine into action. Under my care, you shall hone your strength and become deadly worms. Oh man, we were talking Kengan, goddamn. To devour the lives of the demons. My brood. Oh, we see quite a number of... Oh, they're all... Got the mask of Kojiro. Wait a minute. I made each of the brood wear the same mask, and gave them numbered names. Ichirio, Jiro. Yeah, so just like Toriko, Ichiryu, Jiro, yeah. Goro, Rokoro, to seal away their individual wills and personalities. The pretense they gave of destroying demons resonated instantly with the brood, who had all come to despise this age of strife. All was for the sake of the most powerful swordsman, undaunted even by death. The brood took my methods of thought, my principles, and my knowledge to heart, refined one another, and began to grow right before my eyes. And so, at times, just let me live, just spare my life. We do not lend our ears to the words of demons. When I singled out robbers, mountain thieves, ronin, and other such people, took no remorse in killing, I would give them practical combat experience. Thus the brood had begun to become as precise as killing machines. But among them, of course, there were some who showed outstanding talent, those being Jiro and Kuro. And they're fighting. Ugh, these whip swords, they're way too hard. They're trying to learn the whip swords. And these two seem to got a knack for it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Slam. Oh, Kojiro lost. Ugh, still not good enough, eh? You were close, though. Up for one more? Okay, something went wrong. Refresh the page. Okay. I'm going to refresh the page really quick. Do. And among those two, Kuro was outstanding. I secretly resolved that if I would have a successor, it would be him. But at the same time, other problems emerged among the brood. Hey, Kuro! You did that on purpose, didn't you? Yeah, you must have. What the hell? What are you guys mad about? Come with us for a sec. Jiro's chest. You touched Jiro's chest, didn't you? How did it feel, huh? Yeah, because once again, Kojiro's going to be a girl, yeah. Could you tell? Is Jiro a guy or a girl? How should I know? Ain't no way in hell I can tell. Just self-righteous prick. Just because he's the only one who could take on Jiro. Can you get up? I'm fine. Oh no. Jiro, now fully grown, seemed neither male nor female. Jiro was tall and hadn't developed a chest, but by all appearances seemed to be a beautiful young girl. I mean, literally, just see if he's... Listen, I know guys, fat dudes with tits. Like, at the end of the day, check below the waist. It's pretty straightforward. Even in this day and age of fucking 19,000 fucking different ways people want to talk about gender, at the end of the day, biologically, when you go to the hospital, they're going to ask you, do you have a dick or a vagina at the end of the day? Because it's relevant to how they fix you. Because last time I checked, there are certain pills that if you give a guy can kill a man if you're actually a woman. So let's table that for a minute. But As the brood entered puberty, their curiosity was on the verge of bursting, and yet they never ventured to check for themselves. There was the problem of Kuro's existence, of course, but more that they must have presumed, that in the way they did find out whether Jiro was male or female, and something among them would fatally crumble away. Among the things which drive men mad are liquor, money, power, and sex. That Jiro had no self-awareness only made matters worse. The clothes or mechs fix him. Meh. I mean, alright, let's talk about that for a second. What drives men mad are liquor, yep. Money, yep. Power, yep. And sex, yep. Never mind, we don't really need to talk about it. It's plain as day, it's crystal clear, and anybody who thinks otherwise is a complete fucking moron. Because though I believe there are people that suffer from mental illness and stuff, and I believe there's a lot of people that have some wires crossed in their brain, whether from trauma, whether from birth, whether from some defect, whatever. At the end of the day, men love fucking. People with, like, at the end of the day, men love fucking. You know why? Because we're born to love fucking. It's just a biological fact. We're made to reproduce. That's how you got here. That's how I got here. That's how everybody got here. Because people love to fuck. So at the end of the day, yeah, 100%. And liquor, yeah, look no further, right? I mean, we have to curb that. But at the end of the day, just like sex, it's no different than anything else. We have to curb these things. We're mad for these things, but they're our sole desire. So what we go for is that we try to minimalize them. We go for other things, and then we go for... Now, they are forgetting that they're saying what drives men mad. Yes, because men strive for other things outside of liquor, money, power, and sex. But those are the things that literally tempt us away or towards those goals. Sometimes we don't recognize which direction they're taking us, however. Liquor can lead... Generally speaking, liquor doesn't lead anywhere good, as I drink a beer. Liquor doesn't lead anywhere good. It doesn't necessarily lead anywhere bad. At best, liquor... Alright, at the best point, liquor can lead you to being irrelevant. But liquor can never lead you on a good path. It can only lead you on a bad path. So 100%. Money's more versatile. Money can lead you down a bad path and a good path, depending on how you use it and your own willpower. Power, same idea. Sex, the same idea. Liquor's actually the worst of all four. Because liquor can't enhance anything. It can only take away from things, realistically speaking. And I say that as someone who loves liquor. It's my one vice. I don't gamble. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't vape, which, once again, that's smoking. Fuck off. I don't do any of those things. I don't... Whatever else. My vice is booze. My vice has always been booze. That's my one outlet. It's my one... my vice. And it wouldn't be a vice if it was a good thing, right? Yeah, it's my one vice. I know it's a vice. I know it's bad for me. And I'm working really hard to limit the amount that I do it. Like, this is a long weekend, so a bit of an exception. But in general, I've been trying a lot harder to minimize the amount of booze that I take into my system, because I know it's not healthy. I know it's not good for me, right? So, given this argument here, in regards to the story, yeah, it's an accurate statement. And here we go. We see the two best and brightest watching a beautiful sunset or sunrise. He wanted to talk alone. I assume it's a sunset. You wanted to talk alone with me? What about? I can't believe the way we've been acting up until now. Huh? The way we all look at you, Jiro. It's like the demons we've killed so brutally. Really? Really. The fact that you can't tell is why you're in danger. I doubt you can even tell how I feel anyhow. Sorry. I'm sick of this. I don't know if it's your danger urging me to protect you or some sickening desire to have you for my own, but I feel like I'm going to become a demon myself. We need to leave this place someday, Jiro. The both of us. We can't stay here. And once we've gotten far enough away, and we'll figure out what we want to do with our lives, we'll part ways. Why? Just because. Okay. If you say so, Carol, I will. And once we leave this place, I think that closed off heart of yours will open up a little. Oh, no. What a panel, but god damn. Oh, no. Oh, no. The master heard all this. I mean, granted, it's funny that it wasn't the cliche run away with me. It was Jiro is poison. Kuro is my ultimate masterwork. I must eliminate them both. Wait, so he's going to eliminate both of them? Both Jiro and Kuro's heart. So the ultimate test. The poison pit. I'm like, wait a minute now. In this village is settled a clan of mountain thieves who have gained infamy in these parts. The Shishido clan. Whoever brings me the head of the clan, a man named Shishido, I shall give the whole of my technique. And proof that he is my greatest disciple. Jiro, we should use this as an opportunity to. A blade brought into being to kill demons. Bizan Osafun Nagamitsu. This ultimate test was utterly gruesome. Jesus, love, and thus they started killing each other, right? Damn it! I only learned what happened in the village afterward from Kojiro, who told me that once they had eliminated the thieves, the brood suddenly began to kill one another. It was just as I had planned. To those among the brood who were interested in Jiro, I had said beforehand that Jiro was a woman, and whoever proved himself the strongest could have her. It's me. I'm the strongest. What's wrong with you guys? You already killed all the... It's Kuro. Take him out. What? Stop this. These are real swords. If you come at me, I won't be able to hold back. Both of you to think you can beat me. I can't freaking stand that about you. To those who despise Kuro, I had said that Kuro was trying to take Jiro for himself. I had lent fuel to their suspicions. I mean, there's a better way to say that. You put fuel to the fires, is what it is. But yeah. But to Kuro alone, I said nothing. He had killed them. Why? Why do we gotta kill each other? We're all friends. Someone tell me why. And then, and then Jiro's coming at him. To Jiro, all I said was, obey our rules. Jiro, why? Why? It's our rule to hunt down demons, isn't it? Demon? Me? You killed our friends. You're wrong. You can feel it, right? Something's weird here. Everyone's all... sorry. I forgot. I'm not supposed to lend my ears to demons. Slipped my mind. Alright, Kojiro's fucked. I hope that Kojiro finds peace, but I hope Hanzo takes him out, because this dude, who's the better swordsman, was, only trying to help him. I was wrong. I thought your heart was closed off because of the environment we were in. That's not it. You never had a heart to begin with. You're just an impressionable doll, unable to act for itself. Pretty much. And that I cannot stand. What follows here is my own conjecture. At this moment, two conflicting directives within Jiro's mind clashed. Jiro's mother's orders to stay alive. My own orders to obey our rules. Forced Jiro to defeat Kuro in order to stay alive, an opponent many times more powerful, and thus something within Jiro opened. I will admit this is a gamble. However, if all goes well, Kuro will become the killing machine of my... Kuro? Is this okie dokie? Impossible. What's wrong? I followed my orders without any issue. This is mine now, right? They're before me. What should I do next? Hurry up. Give me orders. Stood a killing machine, ruthless beyond all reason, faced by neither my poison pit nor by human emotion. God damn. So he assumed that Kuro, after killing everyone, would reach the pinnacle, which he probably could have. But god damn. Poor Kuro. Poor Kuro. And now we're back to the present. Okay. And boom, slashing at Hanzo. Whoa. Hanzo! Another little shot. Boom. Wowza. Wowza. Every single move is both powerful and precise, so this is where we see his true ability. You're kidding. Wait, hold up. Is it all over? This can't be. Kojiro is monstrous beyond reason. Truly an unrivaled killing machine. Kanamaki-sensei was gifted at formulating techniques, but had neither the physical skill nor physique nor skill to put them into practice. So he created a machine which we could make completely master his techniques. And what's more, we haven't seen all Sasaki Kojiro has to offer yet. An intriguing little one, if I say. However, I think it might be a little early to be so certain you've won and Hattori Hanzo is awake. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what's going to happen next. Shall we? Shall we? Into chapter... What chapter are we on? 28? Chapter 28. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Once again, we can't make this like a 5-hour stream anyway, so I'm sorry if I'm speeding things along, but I do have things to do. Let's see. We have Luan is in here. Hi, Luan. Says, did you miss the last half of chapter 26? Don't think so. Last half? No. Not that I'm aware of. It's complete on Manga Dex if you're reading it somewhere else. Oh. The thumb is just an error. It's supposed to be gone in Kojiro's flashback. Oh, okay. But no, I don't think I missed out on anything in chapter 26. The end of chapter 26. Let's just double check right here. Chapter 26. The end part was Honda being the true samurai. Being introduced in Hanzo's flashback. It's the last page I read. Maybe I did miss something. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's more to that flashback or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah. Realist Mandel said, worms? Exactly, worms. Getting Kengan flashbacks over here. So... Either way, chapter 28, Deception. Is it all over? This is the point where Shinobi shows his true worth. Hanzo's down. Kojiro's fine. Ugh, our eyes met. Musashi and Kojiro. What's he just staring over there for? Giving me the creeps. Sasaki Kojiro, says Ito. I see now that you're one of us. But are you sure you're safe? Hanzo still isn't dead yet. And he looks up and boom, pulls out a knife and shing! Oh, he pulls out, whoa, and he manages to dodge it at the last minute, but a shuriken. Dear oh dear, I didn't know you were still alive, Hanzo-san. You sure know how to make yourself disappear. And he disappeared, there's a bloody patch, huh? You were far too focused on Musashi, although I'm not sure why. But regardless of that, Hanzo-san doesn't have many choices here. If he does decide to move, towards your mistake to not bother checking whether I had died. And goes forward. Oh, no, still dodges the spear. Everyone looking on. And, oh, but he actually did get him. You're still pretty agile, I see. I'm surprised. 'Tis because I've got Musclehead's soul to carry me. What do you mean? Hattori Hanzo is a persistent man, Hattori Dono is a tough one to crack indeed. Seems Sasaki Dono is a tad out of focus. Kojiro's got a few too many flaws for a so-called machine, like apparently getting distracted by Musashi. Something else at play here? Oh, come on, Kojiro. After all, you were come to see my own sword, all the confident like. You better not lose all stupid like this, you hear? You could say his persistence is what makes Hattori so strong. But even so, I'm surprised he can still fight after taking that many cuts. And here we go. It's going to be down to the wire. It's going to be down to the wire with this one. And he takes a hit, and boom, how do you carry someone's soul? Is there some dead person helping you in some way? What, you didn't understand me? 'Tis to say that Hattori Hanzo won't die until he wins. Oh my, this isn't good. A moment of sloppiness. The ultimate master's been backed up against the edge. 'Tis what I'm willing to do, alright? To carry on Musclehead's dream. Okay, it'll be tough if you won't die. And then boom, he dodges, of course. Will you really not die until you win? I'll just cut you to find out. And then he comes down on him, slashes his shoulder. Boom, wog. That's a pretty good jump from that footing. In a more straightforward confrontation, it's clear who has the upper hand. See, I knew there was no way you wouldn't die. Even Kuro died when I cut him after all. And Hanzo's down. Musclehead. That blow there was deep. Is this actually the end? When you cut someone, they die. No matter how strong or how kind. Whether they want it or not. When someone's time to die, they just die. I see. That remark, 'tis like an excuse to my ears. But that Kuro, or whomever you just happened to mention, is he anything like Musashi? Did I say Kuro? Huh? I thought you had no heart whatsoever. But it very well may not be the case. Oh, he's still standing? Can't let a man like him stall for time, Kojiro. Hanzo-san, you need some re-education. Have something under your robes, don't you? And the slashing begins. Boom. What? Chainmail? No, if it was chainmail, my Nagamitsu would break through it. And in the first place, it's strange he's bleeding so much if he's completely blocking my attacks. In fact, Hanzo-san's output has gone down every time I've cut him. Has he got blood packs on his ass? Because if he does, he's a genius. He's like making it seem worse than it is. If he's got like pig blood packs and shit, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Hanzo-san's output has gone down every time I've cut him, to less than 70% of when the fight first started. He has something which is somehow only protecting his vitals. What's wrong, Kojiro? Hurry up and kill me if you can. Else I'm sure Musashi will be let down too. He's playing the psychological game. Huh? Me? Mm-hmm. So he goes for it. Boom. Alright, if you tell me to kill you, I will. Foam goes forward, regardless of whatever he has under his robes. If I aim for a vital point that's exposed, that won't matter. I'll take his head in one strike. Ganryu. Inner technique. Foam. Tsubame Gashi. Oh, so we're doing Prince of Tennis right now. We're doing Prince of Tennis. Let's go. Alright, so it's I didn't realize Fuji was on the court. Fuji, the genius, was on the court. Tsubame Gashi. Let's go. Flying Sparrow uppercut. Let's go. I didn't realize I was reading Prince of Tennis, but I'm happy I am because Prince of Tennis is one of my top 10 manga of all time. Prince of Tennis is amazing. The blade bounced off the ground. I'm sure it did. Huh? You're kidding. He dodged it? I am kidding. That is where my strength lies. Of all the cuts I've taken until now, more than half of those I took on purpose. My only goal was to make you careless and frustrated, and so to leave you wide open for but a single moment. Musclehead, your dream rests with me now. He's not going to win, is he? There's going to be some bullshit where he doesn't actually... It's going to be some bullshit like when the Sword Saint, you know... Step! Wait, what? I see blood. I see a body. Hanzo lets his own flesh be cut to pierce through Kojiro's bone. I told you guys I'd be happy to take the L. I'm happy to take the L. Let's go. That's the end of the chapter. My God. Okay, and then we have Hanzo, Chad's, Sasuke's. Oh, and Broly just stomping on. Yeah. God damn. Okay, so before we start the next chapter, let's check the chat. Luan said, yeah, you missed it. Oh. Well, that's sad. Miss said, the Tenkaichi chapter did cause a psychotic episode among Kengan readers. Did it? I wonder why. Miss said, the message at the end isn't accurate. There are 2 chapters left. Oh. Well, there's chapter 29, 30, and 31 as far as I'm aware, right? So I still need to get through 3 more chapters before the end of the night, as far as I knew, right? Which, by the way, we just hit the 2-hour mark, and I appreciate everybody. Luann, I will definitely check out Manga Dex to read chapter 26 again for context, but I don't think I require it because I already love Honda and Hanzo, so there's nothing there that's gonna... It's only gonna elevate my opinion of these badasses, if anything else, and so I'll read that in my own time. If I missed half a chapter, it's fine. I got the context of everything that's going on, right? So... Miss said the message at the end is inaccurate. There are 2 chapters left. Okay. Which Tenkaichi... But why did it piss off Kengan readers? I'm curious. I'm missing the context. Maybe that message might have been sent a while ago, so I'm not sure about why it pissed off Kengan readers. So before we start chapter 29, as I said, I'm just going to take a quick leak, and then we'll be right back, and then we'll finish 29, 30, and 31, I guess. If that's the end of the fight. If 30 is the end of the fight, then we won't read 31. Depends on what the end chapter of the fight is. But yeah, either way, we'll be right back. Unfortunately, once again, I don't have the intermission thing set up. I'm going to have to reset that up once I finally start another read-through manga that I haven't read. But, yeah. So, anyways, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Alrighty. Let's go into chapter 29. Oh, the Readless Medell said, then the Versus manga really took effect here. Oh. The Versus manga? I don't know the Versus manga, but okay, sure. Chapter 29 has a beautiful color spread here. 5th match heating up with Kojiro and Hattori. Like, this is actually really cool. I love how he's on the spear and he's like right behind Kojiro and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. That's a nice color spread. So let's see. Musclehead. All right, going in. We're going in. Musclehead, your dream rests with me now. Au revoir And boom, he's going to strike him. And he did strike him less. Please don't do this in Record of Ragnarok fashion where he didn't actually hit him with all that blood and shit. Like, because I penalized Record of Ragnarok for doing the same thing. Let's see, everybody's shocked. Boom. The ultimate thrust from Hanzo, saddled with the dream of his comrade in arms. And boom. Oh, it looks like he's going to... He dodged it. He got hit, but he dodged it, right? Boom. And, no, it seems like Kojiro's sweating like a shit ton. Maybe Kojiro actually took it. He got his heart. No, he didn't. No, it just barely missed going through. Slam. It still did a lot of damage. Though, it did graze the side. Yeah. See, that's what I hate about mangas like Tenkaichi and stuff. Stop showing attacks as though they went through. Because literally, last chapter, the last page of the last chapter showed it clean cut. It went through something. It didn't graze bullshit. It pierced. It didn't graze. It pierced the body. I don't care if it was the heart or whatever, but it pierced the body. Then don't then show next chapter. Oh, but it only grazed. No. Camera angles matter. Like when they review a football touchdown and stuff, and they check all sides of it. It's like it doesn't look like the football went in on one angle and then clearly didn't go in on the other. No, it's questionable on both cameras, or it's clear as day on both. It definitely went in on one camera and it definitely didn't go in on the other camera. So I hate when mangas do this. They did this in round 9. It pissed me the fuck off, and now they're doing it here in Tenkaichi, and I'm not here for it. That shit stabbed him as in... I don't care if it's the side. It doesn't need to be his heart. But that shit went directly through the body like a spear. 100%. I can't stand when mangas do this. And I'm bitching on Tenkaichi and Record right now. Maybe I'm bitching too much on those two mangas. But they're just the recent ones that I've been reading that have done this. But so many manga do that. They leave you on a cliffhanger of clearly something that got really shit fucked up. And then it's like, no, it didn't happen. No, it did. You morons. Don't do that. It takes me out of the moment. It pisses me off. And that's my rant for the stream. So yeah. Kojiro's still hurt though. Backs off. And sweating bullets for being grazed. My Sabami Gaishi. You dodged it? Well, 'twas quite the limo went on there. Did it pay off at least? Get out of here. You're telling me that dude took moves he could have dodged on purpose just to let Kojiro's guard down? Yeah, Musashi, respect the goat. Is that something normal to do? Can you even take cuts like that without killing yourself? So this is the man called Hattori Hanzo. He's played this fight out knowing he couldn't win against Kojiro physically. But with an average concentration and mentality, he simply cannot follow through. As a result, Kojiro's side is gouged out. And the advantage has gone to Hanzo. Yeah, I'm liking that shinobi. Ho, it's not always he who has the better body or technique who wins. There are some who even can turn words into weapons. The art of strategy is a profound thing indeed. Musclehead, it's thanks to you I've made it this far. However, in taking all those little hits to land a big one, I feel I'm about to give in myself. This is the final stretch. The final stretch, Hanzo. I hope that Hanzo wins. I really do. Because Tokugawa deserves the win. Tokugawa is the best retainer. Oh dear, I don't think this is looking too good. On your feet, Kojiro. You won't die from just that much. No. Not someone who killed their own brothers to become stronger. You're getting on my nerves. Just be quiet, G-sama. I know I've been acting weird. Ever since this fight started, I haven't been at full efficiency. It should have been the same as always. Just following orders. And killing. Doing what I've done the same exact way and nothing more. All I've done up to this moment is kill. Oh. Starting to learn. Hated the fact that he or she killed. It's annoying. I don't feel right when I'm fighting you, Hanzo-san. I get this fluttering in my chest. And then grabs the wound. What? He's aggravating the wound himself? Oh. Art thou angry? I need to stop this fluttering. Now. Open. What the hell type of demonic shit am I looking at? It's gorgeously disgusting. God damn. See, I don't like insects. I'm not an insect person. I see those videos of people with the bees and shit, and I'm just like, fuck that. I mean, I know they won't hurt me. That doesn't matter. I don't want them on me either. So, the spirit demon of Kojiro is basically Mayuri Kuretsuchi's Bankai. And here we go into it. This feeling. It's a beautiful, it's an awesome panel though. The smoke screen silhouette and stuff. It's amazing. And here we go. This feeling. Not good. Going full Gundam Seed mode. Kojiro. And Hanzo. And slash. Boom. The tiles? Yes. That's it, Kojiro. Show him your power. Mine ultimate masterwork. Alright. The whole mind thing is bothering me. No. But that wound to your side should be deep. Huh? And then boom, stabbed, but he Kojiro dodges. It's over. Seems like he took a slash to the side. Impossible! He can do that even with the wound he's got? No. Kojiro's gotten less precise than before, but his attacks are beyond what I anticipated. They're more ferocious, right? And then boom, he goes forth. He's slashing again. Hanzo dodged. He struck the sword on the tiles again to change its trajectory. And boom. Oh, he just managed to... No, he took a hit. He took the hit. Boom. What's this? Says Kojiro as he looks on. Looks like Kojiro's attacks have become more consistent again. Naturally, yes. Kojiro's innate gifts have been completely unleashed. Oh. Since an early age, Kojiro has had the ability to see into the essence of anything observed, the specific weight and hardness of objects, the natural capacities of living creatures. Once the eye processes it, Kojiro grasps its overall nature in an instant. Though in exchange, it seems Kojiro cannot understand human emotion himself. But it thus that Kojiro can wield the bewitched sword as if it's another limb, and strike at the enemy's weak points. And Hanzo takes another blow. God damn. Oh, that's amazing. Of course we'll win then. But now that one has ascended to an even higher world, only when Kojiro feels an intense pain does that power appear. Now I believe Kojiro's brain is processing everything in sight. The number and shape of the broken tiles, and even their path of flight, all without a single error. It is called Chart of Creation. Now anything and everything before Kojiro has become a weapon. Look at that double page. Look, that is... It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, let me tell you. That is a gorgeous double spread. I can't get over it. That double spread is just... Wow. That double spread is killing it. Is absolutely killing it. So now we have to go to the next page. But I mean, this double spread, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just like, the grid layout and stuff. And it's ironic because it's literally the same deal that Sasuke Kojiro did in Record of Ragnarok with the grid lines, just a different version of it, but it's the same idea. So yeah, I mean, it's just really good. Let's see, I've got you, and it's going at Hanzo, damn it. And there's the tile, boom, uses the tile to block. What? Oh no, he's using the tiles. It was Kojiro's intention. He's even using the tiles shot into the air. Impossible. A human could never pull off such a feat. Everyone reacting. And there it is, says Ito. Kojiro's cognitive powers have clearly surpassed human bounds, formulating a way of fighting that only one who entered a different realm like Kamezumi Sensei could. Nothing less than the fighter backed by Akichi Mitsude, I suppose. Not sharp enough yet to head into the deepest depths, but an unusually exciting one, if I say. Huff, huff. Hanzo's really beat up. Just a little more. Just a little more, damn it. You really are persistent, Hanzo-san. I never expected you to stay alive this long. Huh. But 'tis only barely that I'm surviving, and whatever scheme I could think up has been used up. I don't have any inhumane powers like the lot of you. No matter where or when, I'm just me, and every man. But that's just fine. That's exactly why I've been able to survive until now. I relied on the dream I shared with my friend. And thus, I will not die. That enormous dream he instilled in me is my reason to live. So long as that dream's not dead. As many times as it takes. I'll get back up as many times as it takes. More words without any basis. Hanzo, this is why I can't stand you. Ho, is this? How can he still stand? That dude's got to be gassed by now. Yeah, no, he's not like all you fools. Taku. And what keeps him going, he's about to ready to keel over. Ain't stubbornness, pride, or bloodlust. Kojiro, try me if thou wouldst. Something way more heated, with the strength you have, and way more massive. You could never put out the fire that lingers in my heart. And there's Honda. Like, this is what Ragnarok needs to learn. Ragnarok needs to fucking get its shit together and learn from this. It's not difficult to write this shit. I mean, it's good. It's not something I haven't seen before. It's great. Yeah, it's great, but it's not like 11 out of 10 or anything. But it's something that Ragnarok should be able to accomplish immediately. They've done it before in round 2 and 4. Why can't they do it again? Why can't they do this shit? Match 5 so far is... I still like match 1. Match 1's my favorite fight. But match 5 now just became my second favorite fight. Because of Hattori Hanzo. This is really good. This is just really fucking good. Kojiro looking, and look at these panels. Like, this dude looks like Gollum right now after that panel. This fire, this stillings in my heart. Look at that panel. Tell me that's not Gollum. Tell me that Kojiro doesn't look like Gollum right now. And he goes, strange. Why do I call this fluttering I feel? Anyway, you're going to die now. Then foam. Oh, another bomb. Thanks for being so easy to set off. Now, I can still... Tisk. Oh, he stabbed the bomb himself, though. Boom. Another bluff to waver the machine's heart. And now we're on to chapter 30. Okay. Whew. It's been a time, people. It has been a time. Really quick, let's check in with the chat. Miss said classic battle manga bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what you're referring to, and you're 100% right. Yeah, it bothers the fuck out of me. Like, either show it or don't. Don't, like, cliffhangers is one thing. Cliffhangers is telenovela 101. It's been done for 100 years. But do not do a cliffhanger that is just false. I hate the false cliffhangers. It immediately takes a manga down a notch for me. Miss said, gotta have those misleading cliffhangers. See, no, you don't. You don't need misleading cliffhangers. You have to wonder, are they dead? Did it hit? Did it not? Not, it clearly hit, and then, oh, no, it didn't. Yes, it did. I saw it last chapter, you know? Back in the day, you didn't blow a hole in somebody's chest at the end of a chapter and then say, oh, no, it actually didn't. You know? So, this is a new thing that happened in the last, like, I don't know, decade or so, where they started doing this shit. It didn't used to exist before. They didn't used to do this shit, and they have to stop. Realism Mandela said, versus by one, he has the same guy. Oh, God. Listen, one is on my shit list, so I don't give a fuck about one. He has the same guy who draws Tenkaichi, so he have chapters for months. One is like one of the biggest fucking problems in the industry. Miss said some kind of cyber terror Dergrade. I don't know what that is. Realist Medell said it resembles a Shinchui holy insect that feeds and kills demons and evil spirits, which is fitting for Kojiro since he believes he's killing demons. Fair enough. Miss said Tenkaichi really has the best art out of any of these tournament manga. I mean, I would argue that Asura's, like King and Asura's art was better. But Omega's art is not as good as this, so yeah. I'll give you that. Miss said the artist has a lot of really good range in terms of what they can draw and the sort of emotions they can evoke from their art. That is very true. They can definitely do that. And I appreciate that 100%. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, so we're going to take just one quick bow out. I just need to turn the oven on because it is getting late and I need to preheat the goddamn oven. And it takes a while because I haven't repaired the damn thing. So we'll be right back with my perm hair by the looks of it. God damn. Must be hot in here or some shit because all my hair is all fluffy. But yeah, we'll be right back, and then we'll read chapter 30 and 31, and we should be good. So, give me 2 seconds, and then we'll start chapter 30. Okie dokie, so we're right back here, and now let's finish off this fight. Chapter 30, the end of the 5th match. Oh, damn. Then maybe we don't need to read Chapter 31. Because I'm not reading match 6 until match 6 is over. So, again and again, he sends the field up in smoke. And escape bomb, one of those dastardly balls again. You have my thanks. My eyes. Being so easy to set off. Thanks to that, I could take out those pesky eyes of yours. And here comes Honda. I've got it now. You fucking idiot. And boom, he's gonna go. Oh no, he opened his eyes just enough to be able to, let me guess, dodge. Yet he can still react. It missed his vitals. Hey, Kojiro! Who yelled? Ugh, shouting that loud hurts my ribs. That's Musashi. You were acting all cool around me, and this is the sword work you got to show for it? You're making me look stupid. Come out here to see you? Don't let go of him, Hanzo. Hang in there and strike while the time is ripe. Looks like Kojiro's up against the ropes now. Honestly, Jusai, I don't know. How long are you going to keep pulling the wool over my eyes? Once again, plot armor wise, Kojiro has to win. And with the Musashi inspiration speech, like, you need to fight me, the crocodile to Whitebeard thing. They're both well past their limits. He who loses here is he who reaches his very last drop first. It is beyond my belief you have a man in your corner. Is he your friend, that Musashi? He's not my friend, says Kojiro. He just reminds me of him. Talking with Musashi made me remember the promise I made then. Why? I could see it. If you swung your sword down, yeah, Kuro was better. What did I tell you guys? Kuro was stronger. Yep. See, all my Michael Jordan comparisons, all my Wayne Gretzky's, all my fucking comparisons, all my analogies. You guys always say I'm crazy and my analogies make no sense. But boom, when I'm proven right, where are you? Where are you people when I'm fucking proven right? Let's go. Let's fucking go. Y'all think I'm crazy, but guess what? You just don't have the intelligence to reach my genius. Because, sometimes I actually do know what I'm talking about. I know, I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised when I'm right. It's weird. It's weird that. I'm actually right more than I'm wrong. I would give it about and I'm going to be a little humble here, but I'm about a 65-35. I'm right about 65% of the time. I'm wrong about 35%. That's the benchmark. I mean, depending on the week, some weeks I'm 100%, but other weeks, I'm 100% wrong too. So, happens. But yeah, in an overall basis, betting on me means you're betting on at least 65 to 70% of the chance. You're definitely not an underdog when you bet on what I say. And yes, is that arrogant? 100%. But right people are obviously going to be arrogant. If I guessed the Kentucky Derby every year for 10 years in a row, and then someone says, "Oh, you're cocky that you think you know it," I'm like, yeah, because I have been right for 10 years in a row. The evidence supports me being right. If it didn't, I wouldn't say shit. But I have a winning record for tournament manga, by the way. I have a winning record for tournament manga. I have a winning record for a lot of shit. So at the end of the day, like, betting on me is betting on the right horse, as far as I'm concerned. And it's not cocky to say that because I'm correct. So let's see. I could see it. If you swung your sword down, you could have beaten me, Kuro. So why? Because I couldn't find a reason to live that would warrant killing you. It's all worthless. No matter how strong I got, couldn't even figure out what to do with my life. Hate to force this on you, but can you do one thing for me? Remember that I, Kuro, was once here. He told me to remember, so I've remembered. That's all. That's all it should be. Oh, is he discovering a heart? Is he discovering a heart? It'd be kind of beautiful if he dies discovering a heart. That's all it should be. I need to get rid of this. And here comes this fluttering in my chest. Boom, the spear misses and is cut. Now he's got no weapon. And then slashed across the chest is Hanzo in a double page beauty. Damn it. And what's that released from his chest? It's like balled up. Is it a flame bomb with a chain? It comes down. What's that? I see now. He uses that as a shield to protect us against any fatal wounds. But now, his shield is smashed. And Hanzo has neither shield nor spear. And Kojiro's closing in. Now I just need to kill you. Hanzo. Looking. Hanzo! Get away! And everyone's looking. Don't panic. Surely I said it before. As long as I have muscle head behind me. He stamps something in the ground. He stamps his foot in the ground and then brings up this block of iron, whatever his shield was, and wrapped in chain. Whoa, my friend. Slam. Help me just a bit longer. Kojiro. Slam. He pivots his foot and he's slamming this right into Kojiro. God damn. And it seems to hit. Double page spread. Kojiro. Boom. Slams him down. Gah. Oh, he took a brunt force hit. He took a brunt force hit. That's gonna hurt. Gua, yeah, that fucking crazy old man. He read Kojiro's motions and landed a most impressive cross counter. He did. They're all sweating watching this. He's still pulling those tricks this late into the match? Hold up. I don't think that's any ordinary armor. That's Pop's weapon I broke in the match with him. The Tombo Kitty. He had that on his person. Let's go. That is a panel. That is a page. Like, let's. Match 5. God damn. Is match 5 good? Like, does anybody dislike match 5? I'm going to have to talk about this after the stream or whatever. I'm going to have to ask the question. Is match 5 considered, like, the best match? Because I can see the argument. I can see the fucking argument for this shit. Because it is so good. Like, I'm still a match 1 guy because of Honda. But, I mean, this match had Honda in it. So, like, god damn. Kojiro stands up. I knew a blunted attack like this wouldn't be enough to kill him. However, look at the demon-esque aura coming off of this guy. That may seem cruel to you, but for me, 'twas my only hope of winning. The machine has begun to encounter an error. Fuck, what is that? Goes forth. What? Boom! And it's just attacking blindly right now with the double page spread. Just attacking blindly. Impossible. He should be at his limit by now. Grr. He took a hit to the leg. But 'tis no time to give in. I mustn't let even the slightest hint of an opening slip if I wish to win. Such looking on. What's happening? I thought Kojiro had no heart whatsoever. This has gotten more interesting than I expected, says Ito. I thought the only thing I'd care about here was the gate of celestial awakening, but... Wait, so this implies that Ito hasn't reached that point. The only two to reach it was Honda, who lost, by the way, was Honda's potential and fucking the Sword Saint, who both lost. Ironically, the two who reached the pinnacle of swordsmanship, the Celestial Awakening, both lost. I need to focus more on just my sword. Those demons. Kuro. I cut them. I sliced them. I diced them. And we're getting there. And left them to rot. He's going to break. You know what this is? Kojiro is... I hate to take away from the manga for a minute. I hate to take away from it. But it's... Literally, what this is already been done in Kenshin. The man without emotions, right? We've seen it. We've already seen it. And it was great. It was the best. It was one of the best sword fights in anime history. It was Sojiro, the Tengen, versus Himura Kenshin. And in this case, Kojiro is Sojiro. Nobody helped him back then. I wasn't wrong for doing what I did. You know, that and the emotion. Because, once again, Himura Kenshin, our main character's ability was to fight people through their emotions. His ability, being the best sword fighter, was because he read people's emotions. Sojiro didn't have emotions. Just like Kojiro. Made him very dangerous as an opponent. You're at a disadvantage. Slowly throughout the fight, brought up the emotions. So, have we seen this fight before? Yes. Does it take away from the fight that the fact that it's already been done before? No. That's the big thing. Is that just because something's been done before doesn't mean it can't be done again. Otherwise, sitcoms would have died out a long fucking time ago, alright? So, I recognize that this is the same thing. However, it's still greatness. It's still really fucking good. That we're doing Sojiro 2.0. We're doing Sojiro again. And Sojiro is a great character. So if Kojiro is going to be like Sojiro, ironically, Kojiro, one letter and you change the name, then it's going to be good. Jiro's not human. All Jiro can do is kill. Jiro's just a machine, and we see the anger veins, and boom, comes forth like the choreography is fantastic. And Hanzo's worried here. He's like, I can't dodge it. Then is he gonna finally attack? Boom. Something happens. Looks like something deflected. Oh no, it was his arm. And boom, something else sliced him through, it looks like. Not the castle's Shachi Hoko. And then boom, boom, boom to the tiles. Both legs, left arm. Wait, did he take the arm? I thought it damaged the arm there. It took the arm. He took his hand. So wait a minute. Did he take both legs, left arm, spear shield, all completely useless now? Wait, he took the arm. Did he take both legs too? I don't see it, but I don't know. This is checkmate. Hanzo, come on already. Kojiro shows up. Just give up and die. Hanzo, a word to the wise. We're going flashback with Honda in these chaotic times. Another moment will come when talents like yours will shine. When it does come, don't hold back and use them. Don't let me down, you shitty little ninja. Yeah, I get it. Musclehead. He crunched down on his own fist and blew blood in Kojiro's face. It's Adam all over again. It's fucking okay. Let's go. Blew it in his face. He can't see. The blood got in my eye. Shit. Hanzo took out his sight completely. Kojiro, on your right. This voice. It's Musashi. Hanzo is right here. Nope. Huh? It's the hand. Let's go! Let's go! Kojiro, fuck you. Listen, they wanted to rewrite history. They said they were doing that. And in the first fight, I'm like, no, they're not fucking doing that. But let's go. Sorry to disappoint you. I mimicked his voice? What? What? Are you kidding me right now? Are we really doing that? Like, I was fully on board with the idea that Musashi would yell out because he's been yelling out this whole fucking fight, which shut the fuck up. But he... Let's go. Let's go. Sorry to disappoint you. I mimicked his voice. I knew you'd follow it. As long as it was his. Stab. Kojiro, you are so human. It's almost unbearable. I'm human. Cry once again. It's Sojiro. Kojiro is literally like this story beat once again. If anyone wants to say that Kojiro is a well-written character, I'll agree with you. But if you say that it's unique or anything like that, I'm going to be like, this is literally Sojiro from Kenshin, and Kenshin did it better. So, stop the cap immediately on that shit. But it doesn't take away from the fact that Kojiro was a very well-written character. This is very well done. And please tell me, no. Oh, wait, he didn't stab him. He pushed him off the roof. Kuro. Oh, he looks at Musashi as Kuro. And, like, as we saw, Kojiro! And Hanzo, the coward one? Aye. The Proxt Conquest Battle Tenkaichi Round 1 Match 5. The winner representing the Takigawa clan, is Hattori Hanzo! Yeah. Wow. All I can say is, wow. We're going to check in with the chat because I am happy to take the L. I feel like Kojiro's not dead because he fell into the endless pit that every DC and Marvel villain has done. The black pit that will show me a body. You know? Mitch said 31 is the intermission chapter, so you can read it or not tonight. It's up to you. I think I'll leave it for the next one. The Thing in the Palm of My Hand. I don't know anyone who dislikes it. Judging its exact quality has just been a bit difficult without a reread because of how messed up the release schedule was. I mean, fair enough. Obviously, there was surgery or something like that someone mentioned, Realist Medell mentioned, so... the Realist Medell, speaking of Honda, there was the post talking about the round one and how he hated how the fight ended. Went on a rant about how Musashi is overrated and wanted someone else to take his place. I mean, Honda was the guy. You know, I only bet on Musashi because of plot armor, and I was right. And then I bet on the female because of plot armor, and I was right. And on the third one, I bet on setup guy for plot armor, and I was right. On the fourth one, I actually bet who I wanted to win, and I was wrong. On the fifth one, I bet on plot armor, and I was wrong. Because Kojiro lost. I don't think Kojiro's dead, by the way. I don't think Kojiro died. Hanzo won, and I'm good for it because I love Hanzo. Hanzo's my second favorite character. But, yeah. One said, so thoughts on the fight? One of the best fights in Tenkaichi. If this isn't the best fight, it's round 1. Match 1 and match 5 are the two best fights. 100%. There's just no question. It's definitely not match 4. Definitely not match 3. Match 2, I can see an argument for it, but I'm going to go with match 1, match 5, match 2, 3, 4. That's my current ranking. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is the stream. So if there's anything else, we're going to end this here at chapter 30. We will not be reading chapter 31. I might read it in my own time because Miss said it's just an intermission chapter, so the fight doesn't start. So I might read that one in my own time, and then, yeah. Miss said, I think he quite likes it. Yeah, I mean, fuck. It was a fun, like, that's what a fight should be. That's what a fight should be. It should be two people with bizarre abilities going at each other and trying their best. Like, match 2 did it well. Match 1 did it well. Match 3 was kind of odd. And then match 4 was... Yeah, match 4 was dumb. Alright, match 4 was kind of the weakest. Like, once again, match 4 is in the basement. But the rest of the matches of Tenkaichi have been very good. Very good. But yeah. Either way, I'll take the L. So now I'm 3-2. I'm 3-2. I'll take the L happily, though. I'll take the L happily, because now that I know about Kojiro, now that I know about Hanzo, I liked Hanzo better before, and now I like him even more since. So I'm glad that my more favored fighter actually won. I'll take the L on that one. So, anyways, that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We caught up to Tenkaichi match 5. I keep saying round, I'm sorry. But match 5. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And we'll see all you wonderful people back here once again for some more Tenkaichi once match 6 has concluded. You'll see me back here once again. Trust me. And if you guys are curious about my predictions and why I think A, B, C, and all that shit, as I'm pulling up here on the stream, these are my current predictions before we end the stream for the following matches. I think that Yasuke is going to win match 6. I think that In Shuen is going to win match 7. And then I think Itosai, especially with the context given in the background, that Itosai is going to win match 8. I can't tell you what difficulty, blah, blah, blah. We haven't ever actually seen them fight or anything like that, obviously. But, you know, those are my predictions. You know, you can definitely check out the predictions and ranking video. It's a little old, but it still holds up, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, that's me. I forget how to add streams. I haven't added a stream in a while. Like, I'm still, like, I'm feeling like a newbie at this shit. Like, it's very easy to say, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Sayonara. Hold pose, hold pose, hold pose. And then I can just, after holding the pose long enough, I can just edit the shit and do the fade thing. But with the stream, it's sort of like, yeah, I gotta hit the end button at the right time. So, yeah. You guys are kind of stuck with me for a minute. Or not. Bye.